Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Ed and Kim from Mitchell&Mitchell
Sip
Sip
and
and Spill.
spill.
We are going to be bringing you live and direct, dope ass content, dope ass information, talking
Yes.
about sex, love,
And comedy and laughter.
relationships, all within comedy and laughter, and some good lecturing things and stuff. We're going to talk
We
about some
gonna
shit.
drop some
We're gonna
gems.
drop some gems. Kim got some what you call Kimmy gems. So listen, follow us, listen to us, tune in week after week. It might be day after day. Hell, we don't know. But get down, play with us, have fun, and
Yes.
sip with us. Bring your drink. Let's have a
Roll up
great
and pull up.
roll up, pull up, smoke up, drink up.
We'll see you
Let's
there.
we'll see you.
What's going on? This is the Sip and Spill Show. I'm RJ Mitchell. We got my homegirl Kimmy Kim. How you doing, Kimmy Kim?
What's up, y'all? Sometimes your girl be having on mute. Sorry. Then I come on loud as I don't know what. What's up, everybody? What's up, RJ?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Man, how are you today? What's going on in the Lizzie?
I'm all right. I'm all right. We in the we in the I cannot say what today is or not.
No, we're recording it. This sip is special. You know what?
we we up we up here.
Damn it, it's Thursday. Go ahead.
Right. I ain't want to tell y'all. You're right. It's really Thursday, but when y'all see it, it will be Saturday, correct?
Well, actually, yeah. They
Yeah,
probably
so when y'all see this, it will be Saturday, but it's Thursday now. It's Thursday morning. We up and it's a good day already. So
yeah. So I mean, it's Thursday. Yesterday was hump day. You know, about who all was humping it, but y'all know I go right to it. Lucky bastards. But anyway, when your girl is single and unsure right now about everything that begins with the word miss, okay? But you're still lucky. So we want to drop some handles. Let me get this off because my voice be up and down. I think I want to make sure that we drop the coming up October 15th is Sweetest Day. But before we even get to that, tomorrow is September the 30th. So I'm still waiting. So for you all that is watching this is definitely pre-recorded. I know it says live on your screen, but it's pre-recorded. We want to let you know that we are still awaiting people to join the 90-day challenge that RJ and I have put out. We've been telling everybody that we want you to do the 90-day challenge and the three things that you want to begin October 1st to December 31st that you would like to be held accountable for. So I'm going to go ahead and say what mine is. RJ can say what his is. Sip's going to be calling in and he'll be able to tell y'all what his is. And we're going to hold each other accountable for those three things, meaning that December 31st, 2022, I'm going to be like, RJ, so did you do blah, blah, blah? He going to be like, Kimmy, did you do blah, blah, blah? And we're going to have to bring with the proof, folks. Okay. So
yeah,
whatever your three things that you decide to do, you have to be the one to bring the proof to that. Okay. Now we are offering a prize. RJ and I, the Sip and Spill Show, is offering a prize for someone that actually has three like really phenomenal things that they want to do, and they can actually provide the proof. Now, I'm just gonna go the BP way just for a second, because I wouldn't be me if I didn't do that. And your girl always say Kimmy Kim is authentically, unapologetically herself. So with that said, don't try to come with me with the fugaziness and the foolery and the lies, because I will find out. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you cover all your bases, you triple dot your I's and double cross your T's if you want to get this prize. Because I ain't short when it comes to giving. I'm a giver. Everybody needs to know who they are in this world, and I am a giver. And I love to. One of the things I absolutely get off on is giving and helping someone. So if you do what you said you want to do, and you want Sip and Spill to hold you accountable for that and help you get to that destination and stop, as we did a show, stop procrastination because it stops you from ever reaching your destination. We here for it. So one of the things that I decided that I wanted to do, I want to learn kazamba dance because there is a competition in 2023 that I want to compete in. So just to give a little background why I chose that is because I've been a dancer all my life. All I ever wanted to do as a young lady growing up, I just wanted to be a dancer. That was it. Now God gave me a many more talents from singing in church and singing and making a little song, and meeting some stars and all that, but and even acting. But dancing has been my thing. So that's for me. So I've learned every dance. I've been able to compete. I'm a four-time ballroom champion in ballroom. I've did stepping competitions. So with that, I really want to learn kazamba. It's a very wonderful dance. I just love it. So I'm looking for a phenomenal partner. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there because it's not always in the Fred Astaire's and Arthur Murray dance studios because they're more ballroom. So if you are a person that is teaching kazamba, hit your girl Kim up because you definitely will be able to shine with me because I have to record and show RJ and Sip that I really am learning to dance because they're gonna hold me accountable for it. Okay, and I can't be fugazi because RJ gonna be like, see, you know what I mean? Because I'm like that with them all the time. So the Mitchells don't play. Just to go ahead and put that out there. With that stated, that's one of my things. RJ, I'm gonna let you say one, and then we'll go back and forth. How about that?
Okay, well, I'm gonna throw one your way. One of my things that I want to do, um, for the 90-day challenge is I want to put out a project. So I haven't. We be talking. You always messing with me, Kimmy, calling me romance man and all this stuff. But I haven't put that. I put that project out in like 2016. So it's been a little minute. So my challenge to myself is to record a project, whether it's a single or something, and release it. So that's one of my challenges, doing the 90 days. So if I don't do it before the year's out, people gonna be looking at me sideways. So I'm putting
Absolutely.
myself out on blast, y'all.
All right. So RJ's doing a project, which is gonna be a single, right? So we're gonna say that's a
Yeah,
single.
I'll shoot for a single. I'm gonna do a single. I ain't gonna do too hard on that.
Okay. My second, excuse me, my second one is I said that I want to work out, not every day, but I want to work out. Now, when you're learning a new dance, you do train a lot. So they kind of go together, but I want to hold myself accountable for just something simple as walking and being active because when it becomes wintertime in the Illinois area and Wisconsin area, you can get closed in. So even in a house, you can work out. There's literally no excuse. But the more active you become, the more healthier you feel, and so I like to promote that. Y'all have seen me on Mitchell and Mitchell. And if you have not seen it, I want you to check it out. Mitchell and Mitchell YouTube. I am doing the fall workout. So you will see me running up and down the stairs, walking. Today I'll be putting out, or you'll see it this week, where I'm literally running that I have been working with my trainer that I've been with for years. And I just want to just encourage people of all ages to just work out, do some type of activity because staying um, just inactive, like not doing anything, not moving any, it really can cause a lot of health problems. So I'm definitely an advocate of that. So I will be held accountable for showing that I am working out on a consistent basis. Okay, so I want to put that. That's my second
Okay, well, I'm gonna follow you up, Cammy.
one.
I'm gonna
Okay,
do that as well. So she has inspired me. I actually fell off a lot, especially during the pandemic. I think a lot of people feel this way, but we just when the pandemic happened, I mean, that took a toll on all of us mentally, and we just gotta just broke our habits, our routines, and stuff like that. But I definitely that's what I want to do in the 90 days. I want to do workout. I am challenging myself to work out every single day. And it's not as extreme as it sounds. It's just saying that some days will be, of course, harder than others, but at least every day do something. And then my sort of rest days, like if I'm just walking or something like that. So I'm gonna hold myself accountable. I'm gonna take some before and then take some after pictures. So
you
y'all
know,
can
I
see.
think I think we should go ahead and just put that out there since that's something similar that we are going to be doing. Sip and Show that is RJ and I. So y'all, RJ and I will get filmed. Y'all will see us walking. Y'all will see us running. Y'all will see us doing some type of activity that we're holding each other accountable since we have similar the same thing. I think
Yeah,
we can get together also.
and that's
Um,
pretty cool.
that'll be cool because that's something that we both kind of want to do. And then my last, I'm going to say project, but mine is a business project. So I have two business ventures that I want to see get off the ground. I have been given the green light, and it's just one of those things that I have been like, you know, not procrastinating because I didn't put myself out there to see if it can happen. And then I did. I just did it. And that's why sometimes you don't have to think too long. Um, it's a saying that Sip says all the time about going, taking too long to go wrong. So I didn't want to take too long. So I just stayed strong and went home. Just went out there and did it and got the green light that I have to be able to do both of them. And so those projects, the reason why I can't give a specific name to them is because I will be in the running, but I will. So I will. I'm going to announce one on October the 10th, where you all will be hearing vote for Kimmy Kim, and that's one of my projects. So that is a full magazine cover as well as a prize that I have been nominated for. Actually, it was Ed and I Picture. Someone nominated us. I still don't know who it was today, but thank you for the nomination. And that particular project, someone has been telling me about it for a while. So I guess they took it upon themselves to nominate me. And we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and put myself out there with that. And by October the 10th, we'll be able to vote, and I'll give y'all more information as you see RJ and I come out on our first live together on October the 5th at 7 p.m. So my last one is two projects I want to see come to fruition, and I'll be making sure y'all keep up with that. And what's your last one?
My last one is not as it's a little simple for me. I want to I actually have a passion I've been picking up, and I started a few years ago. I started playing a guitar, and I kind of like, put it down. And my thing is just to really pick it up and just to play it every single day. Just really dive in and just really commit to it. They say when you do something for 21 days, it becomes a habit. So that's why there's just a lot of the goals in the 90-day challenge is like, if you do something for 21, it becomes a habit. So what happens when you do it for 90? You feel me? So it just I just feel like it's about walking into the new year already on what you want. We always wait to New Year, the New Year or New Year's Eve to say, hey, new year, new me. I'm gonna start this. And it's like, hey, let's walk into it. I already own that. That's what we own. So
I like it. I like it. We gonna hold accountable. Not we gonna have to say this again when Sip call because he don't know what our three things are. And believe me, he a different kind of hold you accountable for it. He the kind of throw it up in your face, throw it up, pick it up, put it down, and then slap it across your nose type person. But I'm more like deaf on it, like nah. But he a little different when it comes to that. So we gotta be the same. But we gonna hold him accountable too, because I can't wait to hear what his is. It's on point. We got to make sure that we all are like that. So just saying that, RJ, I want everybody to understand when you do have an accountability person in your life, it really do knocks out the procrastination because we get mad. It's been times that, have you ever had this conversation with somebody, RJ, and you telling them about something that they was talking to you about, just as calmly as you and I talking right now, and say, well, this is what I want to do. So it's like I'm talking to you right now. I say, yeah, so listen, they got Kazama classes downtown. I done found out, I can do, 4 classes a week or 4 a month, every Saturday. And I'm telling you all that. And then I'm proud. And you're like, okay, Kimmy, go and do what you got to do. Now we have another conversation, a month and went by. You say, well, how's the summer classes going? And I'm like, huh? And you're like, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, I was gonna do it, but see, I'm just saying, like, I ain't, it just came out to be too much. You're like, well, wait a minute, like, no, see, but you know what I'm saying? You told me because you convinced me when you was talking to me. I was all in, rooting for me and everything. Like, no, see, I said, why you always gotta be bringing that up? And then you look at me like, really? Yeah, I'm like, why you always gotta be bringing? See, that's what I'm saying. You play too much. We don't even gotta be doing that. Like, I know what I said back then, okay, but not now. Have you ever had somebody do that? I promise to God, it's a pet peeve of mine. So that's why people, I promise to God, from my nieces, nephews, to family members, and friends, They say be careful what you say to Kim, because if you don't do what you said you don't do, I am always the last resort that they want to tell me something, because they know I'm gonna give them the real, and I don't have to. Some people say that's aggressive. Some people say, but I've learned that RJ, that I think it's because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go ahead and give a little insight to your girl experience. I was lied to so much, honestly, to where it made me be that I would never, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to ever put that in the universe. So I've been so brutally honest, as well as even with my sons, brutally raw, of saying and talking to them about things and growing up in their lives. And that's how I've been able to manifest as drama free possible life that I can have. Because it's heartbreaking. I mean, heart wrenching when you believe something that someone say and it turned out not to be so, right?
Right.
But I am like, I believe you to a fault until I find out that you're not what, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to question nothing you say. It's like when you meet a stranger, you can tell them whatever you want to tell them. You can say however you want to say, and they believe you because, okay, she seems like a nice person. All right. And that's it. And then you do some crazy, and then they go. And just guys, I'm gonna go ahead and break it down. Sip and spill, one of our favorite words, and y'all know we have a lot. Fugazi is when someone is doing something crazy, irrational, and you simply just don't understand the hell that they do what they doing. That's really what it is. So with that said, when you do something fugazi, now you might hear your girl say boogazi. That's what I'm talking about in a relationship. Your boo is being crazy. But when you have that, when you have both of them, those experiences in your life, it definitely just makes you look at stuff like that. So that's what you want. Because a stranger, you can tell them anything and they believe. I mean, being a manager and a staff, I used to have my employees come and talk to me and say different things. And I always said I have an open door, but I said sometimes it's only cracked and not open. So usually you hear in a corporate world, you hear this: we have an open door policy. Well, I never said. I always said that I have an open door, yet sometimes it's cracked. And they used to be like, why do you say that? I said, because if you come in my office with that BS, the door is going to be cracked for you to make sure that you ain't coming up in here with that, because I can smell it before you get here. Because if you start off with a sentence talking about see, there's no I in team. Okay, so certain things you got to do. You just, that's how it is in the corporate world. So I was always one of those people, and that's pretty much how I am in every part of my life and friendships. Is that I'm gonna call you out because I need you to be able to face your own damn truth sometimes. I mean, you lying to your damn self ain't good for you or me. I need you to see
Right.
yourself so you can be your best self. And what kind of person do you want in your life? What kind of person would I be if I'm watching you destroy everything that ever mattered? Really, what kind of person is that? So that's why accountability person. Even though some things are hard to hear. Um, RJ and I did a show not too while ago, and he was saying that smart people don't like to hear the truth. Absolutely. And some people say, well, your truth set you free. It can set you free, but it can set you depressed too. Because, damn, you got to face a lot of stuff. So I like to eliminate all that, RJ. I like to, what I'm saying, if I can knock it out before it get, what I'm saying, if I can hit that, swing that bat before, if I know it's coming, and I can be able to direct it to go another direction on another field, that's what your girl be doing. So most of the time, I'm dodging and redirecting stuff.
Right.
Because it's hard when you get to that place where everything come on you. It's like, ugh. So that's what we're talking about today. We can go right into our subject, which is gaslighting and what's your value. I kind of want to change it up. I've been thinking about this. So I want to break the. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I do give a little test with you, RJ. Why don't
Okay.
you tell everybody what is gaslighting to you? Because you what just a day old. You learn what that is. I'm just a 2 month old, so I'm right behind you.
So, to me, what I get from is gaslighting is somebody who, it's, I guess it's different degrees of gaslighting from what I got from it, right? It's different degrees of it. I guess it's somebody who's just pretty much like telling you a story as if you wasn't there or witnessed it the first time, like trying to BS you, like in front of your face, like it's, and it catch you off guard. Like, are you serious? Like, you gonna really say like I wasn't with you, whatever. So, I mean, that's one of the examples of gaslighting. I mean, I am very new to. I heard the phrase. I wasn't exactly sure what it was,
Okay.
but yeah, from my conversations the other day, it's like, oh, okay. I figure I had a little clue, but I got a more of a breakdown
Yeah.
yesterday about it.
Right. So I'll give the meaning. You're absolutely correct. That is the exact meaning of it. But when I'm gonna say this is the meaning that I got, it's making someone seem or feel unstable. That's
Mm.
not a good feeling, Irrational. They make them feel irrational. They make them feel not credible. Um, like you said, they just make them feel like what they seeing and what they experienced didn't happen. It's like you just was with me right there and know that this just happened, but I'm looking you straight in the face and said no with a straight face. I said that wasn't me.
Yeah, like the Shaggy song. It wasn't me, huh?
Yeah, it's so gaslighting. It truly involves an imbalance of power, but it's really somebody having the power over you because it makes it seem as if it didn't happen. For example, I'm gonna talk about on the show, and I don't even remember which one. Ed and I done so many of them, but he gave this story, which now that I'm listening, we talking about gaslighting. I think this was gaslighting. A guy was cheating on his girlfriend, and she came and caught him. Literally caught him at the hotel, whatever, and like saw him, ran up to him, shook his hand, arm, whatever. Like, what you doing? Blah blah blah. He never looked at her. He never acknowledged her. He never said nothing. He just got in his car and drove home. So as she kept screaming, look at me, blah, 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 nothing. He get to the house. She comes out. She's like, what is that? So why you was at there? And he was like, what is you talking about? She said, I was just in your face. When Sip was telling me the story, I thought he was being funny. And he was dead ass. And I was like, really? He said the dude was straight serious. So in that, I say, and I know y'all hear me say this on the show a lot that cheating is not a crime, people. Meaning you can't harm people, like you literally can't. Why put your life in a position where your power is taken away? You hurt your family and children because you basically hurt that person that you love physically. You hurt them physically. Okay, but that remove you if you got children and you hurt your parents, siblings, and friends because that person cheated on you. You're not the only one, and it happens, but it's not a crime. So you can't go physically abusing somebody for that. You got to keep your hands to yourself. But with that stated, I'm big on that. But at the same time, yes, it does hurt, and they do make you want to lay some ball hands. I'm just saying. It do. But at the end of the day, men are finding and women are finding better ways to cope with the cheating. And that is just simply acknowledging what they just straight gaslight. It wasn't me. And to where that woman started to question, did she envision everything? Did I just tell y'all she drove to the hotel? She saw him. She ran up to him, shook him. He ignored her, got in his car, and drove off. Got to the house and said, it wasn't me. I mean, and he dead ass to the point to where he was so serious that she was
Question our own self.
self. That's the number one and the best example RJ, that I can give for gas. And it's sad. That is pathetic. But it happened, people. But it happened. So we was talking about the 10 signs of gaslighting behavior. So let me break those down. So one of them is just blatant lies, as we talking about. The person is lying often with ease, and yet they say they don't recognize this and that time in the behavior. It's gaslighting. Then they deny, right? You know what they said, but they just denied it. And then using what you love against you. So, It's something that you love to work out. It's something you do all the time. They was like, so every time you go work out, yeah, or every time you go, you always at the studio. You at the studio. You only at the studio because RJ, you're in there singing. That's why you there. Mhm. Like I was at the studio before I even knew. No, you there because of him. You start questioning like, then they breaking it down all the times that you did. Then you start thinking like, yeah. You start thinking like what? Then it's losing your sense of self. You lose your sense of self when you start letting somebody else they dead ass about what they feel you're doing, and they're saying that to you. You start losing yourself because you start questioning yourself. Like, am I really doing this? Crazy, right? And
Right.
then words versus actions. The words don't mean as much to match the actions. Usually be like action speaks louder than words. Well, in this case, the words is just like, yep, that's right, because they said it. That's crazy. And then love and flattery. It is, baby, you look so fine. Or, baby, look at you. All the flattery and the loving just to get what they need. Then just the confusion of it all. You just confused. Just straight up confused. Like, it's like today you took me there, then 5 minutes later you can't stand my ass. You like, I love you, babe. I love you. And then you turn around, you come back in the door just 5 minutes later. Like, damn, what is you doing? I'm, I'm recording. Damn, you can't do nothing else. I mean, when you gonna be there? You're like, damn, you was just like, I love you, babe. See you later. What happened? That confusion. And then projecting that you're tripping off something that is a normal behavior or normal activity that you do, and they start tripping off of it. So they project that off. So I don't know about you, RJ, but really, as I've been thinking about listening to these 10 signs, they also sound like a pure narcissist.
Yeah, it does.
And so they definitely go well and well together. I don't know about you, but I don't want neither one of them mugs in my life. Gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse in a relationship, and so is a narcissist. So learning that now, this is where the question comes in: is what do you do if you're in a relationship and you've been with this person for years, you married or your significant other, your man, you know what I mean, and you starting to know gaslighting behavior. So first, I would say you want to make sure that that's actually the case, because sometimes we cover up and put a mask over things because we're really mad about something. Like all of a sudden, I make you eggs and bacon, right? And ham.
Right.
I know you like your bacon crispy, but today, all of a sudden, you telling me you don't know what's going on with me. I don't know how to make your bacon no damn. And I'm like, I've been making your bacon. Is this how you like the bacon? Is this some change? No, this ain't how I like my damn bacon. This look at this soft stuff, and they just start tripping, projecting,
Right.
confused, all that. You want to make sure, and they get mad, right? But that's not what they're really mad about. And then you say something like this: "Okay, you tripping? This ain't really about the bacon. What you really?" Then that's where you meet them where they at, and that's when you get them to give you the real. And if they come back with you the real, which is that vulnerability, then you know they're really not gaslighting. Okay, but we do that as people. We human folks. We say things and we cover up things. We really don't want to be vulnerable. I think a lot of people do hide behind vulnerability. So
Yes.
you want to make sure. I would say you want to make sure that the number one thing that they're actually doing that before you mess up a whole relationship or a whole connection with someone because you think they gaslight. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's confusing as hell to me. It's it's a lot of checking. You know what I'm saying? Is you really doing this? Are you really on that? It is. But we wanted to talk about it because I got so many different people saying they feel like they're in gaslighting relationships or that's what they're experiencing. How do they get through that? How do they deal with that? How do they respond to that? You know what I'm saying? So hearing that, RJ, can you give what would you say one of the things that you would say that you can handle that? You know? What I mean is what do you have a way of a tip that we can give that you would say to
To
somebody?
to handle people that's gaslighters. or just gaslighting you.
Yeah.
I think when you I think when you I dealt with people like that without really knowing the term of that. Um, but I think when you don't really give it energy, especially when it's somebody who really doesn't have any significance to you, or is like not your husband or wife, or something like that. Um, then you don't really got to don't give it no energy. I mean, that's what I do normally do. But when it's I guess it's like somebody really close to you, that's when it get a little tricky. Because it's kind of like, I mean, you can give it the energy of calling it out and being brutally honest. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but it's kind of like don't gaslight people that gaslight kind of step. You know what I'm saying? Like sidestep that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I know when it comes to somebody that's like maybe a coworker or somebody that's not like your best friend or your sibling or spouse, something like that, then it's like try not to give it no energy. It's like okay. Or what kind of person you're dealing with, don't even I wouldn't even want to deal with you, honestly.
Right. I agree. One of the number one things that I'm learning to destroy a person that's gaslighting is to appear emotionless. Just like you said, don't give it no energy, but don't react. So don't give it no emotion. Just don't give them that power. But I feel like that's in every aspect of life to me, even if it's not gaslighting, because I feel like what we feed into is what pours back into us, and then it literally disrupts us. So if you're saying something or you acting crazy or something jumping off, and I'm responding back in the same manner, that's why I say if you don't meet a person where they at, you ain't going nowhere anyway. You're gonna stay the same place where y'all was at. It's like in a conversation, you hollering, I'm screaming. Ain't nobody listening to one another. So we just in a hollering, screaming match. So, but when you appear emotionless, they enjoy the whole point of gaslighting. They enjoy getting a rise out of you. So
Mm.
it's extremely frustrating to them when they don't get that emotion. But have you noticed that, like, even if you're like, you know, in a disagreement, arguing with somebody, and you like, okay, a lot of times I say this, and I would say, uh, this is one of the things that even in in sipping our friendship, I would say to him, "I'm gonna let you." I say that a lot because that's me becoming emotionless, and that's me not responding back because it's not gonna deliver or provide a solution or whatever we're talking about or whatever we're dealing with. Especially when I can see that the person is frustrated about something, I'm not gonna add to that. And because I value the person that I'm in that conversation with, sometimes it's literally okay to just let them go. And we'll revisit it another time. Sometimes, and I am very good of doing that, and I do that a lot. I can be talking to my son, I'd be like, okay, I see, I can just hear it. I'm not gonna go all break it all down and say, okay, so you act like this, so I'm gonna let you. No, I just say, you know what? And they know when I do that, I'm done. I'm gonna let you have it because you need it more than I. You need to be right more you or you need me to be wrong more than I need to have this conversation around to give you the energy and the power. It just ain't gonna work. So I'm gonna let you have it. We'll talk about it another time. We do need to learn how to turn things on and off to be able to maneuver our way to a happy place. It starts and ends with us. So who do you value? Because if you're going through something like that with somebody, you can say, listen, I know that you tripping and they come back with you the same way and they don't like the vulnerability don't come out, then you know damn well they gaslight you. I mean, for real. I mean, it is what it is. And the way you know in friendship that you're being gaslighted is they gossip too damn much. Every time you turn around, they talking about somebody else. Now, I don't know about you, RJ, but I look at the person that's talking to me. So if you
Yeah.
talking to me about that person in detail that I don't know, it ain't like this a mutual friend of ours. And you
Right.
point out, I'm not saying it's a situation that happened. It's just a circumstance that is happening. Then I'm looking at you because if you would do it to them, you would do it to me.
That's me. Yeah.
I say a true character of a person that is shown when a person is not around.
Yep.
And I have absolutely nothing to gain. I say this all the time. I say, I can say what I'm gonna say in your face, but you really need to pay attention more to what I'm gonna say when you're not around. Not behind your back, but when you're not around. And I don't know you in the building. You know why? Because that's how you know how a person truly feels. And if you've been blessed enough to walk in on conversations and hearing yourself being talked about, which I have a lot, especially in the corporate world. Ooh, I gotta tell y'all this story. I walked in RJ one day. I came in to work. I was the only black woman in my position. I walked into work, and these were three professional. I'm just gonna say of another race, and not mine. Okay, walked in, and they didn't know that I actually was just in a coat part where you can hang the coat. They were on the side, making their little coffee and everything. And they was telling each other all the wicked ways and how they would handle me. Okay, what they would do, how they would do it, everything. I'm like, they having a ball laughing. I mean, they like, yeah, then I'll be like, and when I tell you, I was so infuriated. I knew I had to come out that damn closet. I couldn't stay in it. But it was so degrading because I really heard how they really looked at me. They didn't like reporting to me at all. And it wasn't because I was doing anything wrong to them. It's just the position that I was in and the color of my skin. And that is heartbreaking. And just being a woman, period, in power. So I remember coming out the closet. I had two things. You know, that 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 hood Kim was like, just blaze them both, right? Just snap out. Then the other Kim inside of me was like, who I like to say that kind of runs all of my different characteristics. Kimberly was like, look them straight in the eye, smile, and just walk past them because their day is coming, and you're gonna get them in a way that's gonna fry their ass. So I did just that. I walked out, and they were so shocked. And I'm walking on to my office, and they running up behind me now, trying to make sure that I don't go to the boss office. They was like, Kim, oh, Kim, and they just running behind me, right? They thought I was going straight to the boss's office, but I didn't. I went right to my office, which is next to my boss office, and closed my door behind me while they were still at the door, and they were shocked, right? Because they know that I had them by the boss. I didn't say nothing, but we had a meeting later on that day. True story, guys. Couldn't make this up if I wanted to. Which is why Kimmy Kim is the way she is today. Going to meeting. Now, guess who had to sign off on a project that these three guys been wanting all year long? They would give them so much raise, it would give them so much praise. But if I didn't say yes, they couldn't do it. So right now, I'm like, got them by the balls, right? And my first reaction, I know y'all saying like, "Yep, you got them," blah blah blah, but I didn't. I didn't. I said they will. Actually, I said, "Oh, they'll be great on this process. I think it's really good for them. It'll be really good for them, and they will be absolutely great." And when I tell you, they looked at me in such awe because they just knew I was going to get them back. And like I said, part of me wanted to, but I just didn't want to give them the same energy they gave me. That doesn't mean we was gonna be friends and chopping it up and after work 5 hour drinking. But I just wanted to show them that I'm I'm way better of a person than you are. So they did that. They got it. I agreed to it, and they failed, guys. And every last one of them, after that 60 days, got fired.
Mm.
Sometimes that just comes back around. But guess who has to be the one to send them the exit? The same person you need to be careful that you put down might be the same person you got to look up to trying to come back up. You understand me?
Yeah, that's right.
My boss came to me and said, every last one of them got to go. And that's your job to get rid of them. Checkmate. And did I tell you, I had such a good day that day. Just bye-bye. 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 3 times. But sometimes you just get to that. So I love especially for I'm gonna say for my black men, I have to admit I am 100% biased because I am a mother of four sons, and I can tell you it's not easy for you guys in this world. I'm constantly and consistently encouraging my boys, um, now men, to be able to face this world with a sense of pride of who you are. And for me, that story has helped them a lot because being able to maneuver and being able to look at people different, which I like to call the Kimmy kind, and that is just giving a different type of kindness to people. But at the same time, you get your chance. You always do. I, I did, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But what I value in that situation, what I'm saying is the whole point is I value myself more than stooping to who they were. Because sometimes you can teach people how they are with not giving them or giving in to the way they are and acting the same way, then it makes me no better. So
Right.
I needed to walk away with that with dignity, and I just trusted God that He would, make that all work in the way it needed to, long as I act right. And I did. So I did some act right, and then they had to get right, and then they had to get gone. But it happens. It happens. But who you value? So let's talk about valuing who you value in your life. Some people would say, I value, my family, my husband, my children, my wife. But I feel like the biggest test, because those are more like automatic, RJ. But what about
Mhm.
when you value someone like in friendship, partnership, when you work with can become challenging? Because if you value something or someone, you think that will be important to you, right? And
Right.
appreciate that. Then this is the question that was asked that I wanted to talk about on the live show. That was said, I value my friend. She said, we've been best friends for years. Come to find out that she is the reason why I'm getting a divorce today. Pretty much, I think they was married for 12 years, and she'd been sleeping with my husband for 8. And she ended up, they were together, and somehow she used her best friend's phone. She saw all the texts. She saw everything. And so she was like, she just, her soon to be ex husband, right now to this day, don't know why they're being divorced. She has not had the balls to come to him or her best friend and say, I caught you guys. She said she immediately reacted, moved out, and, you know, basically just wanted to end it. And he keep asking her why. And she said, because she's still hanging around her best friend every day, right? She said, but she feel like she losing two friendships. She feel like she losing two things. And how do you let? That's just so powerful to let both of them go at the same when she valued both of them so much. But because she felt she was so dirty. Some people would say, well, your best friend was too, right? I mean, so drop them both. But this is a little different. She's having a hard time letting her best friend go who was in her life before that husband was. And so she's asking the question, RJ, to sip and spill. How does she do that? And I'm not gonna lie, this is one of those things where, I like to be very careful, as always when I'm speaking. The projection is just my opinion. I don't project to be a relationship guru or therapist of any kind. And I wish you the best in whatever decision that you make. But here on the Sip and Spill show, I do say this is a platform to talk about whatever you want to talk about, bad, good, or indifferent. And everybody don't gotta understand. But I would say this: that's a hard one because it still affects you either way it goes. I say this saying: it might cost you a little, it might cost you a lot, but it's gonna cost you. So it's gonna cost you the love and the friendship, regardless. Either way you want to go, because when you are hanging out with your friend, you looking at her sideways. Hell, she not even going where she just lied to you and told you where she going. Some people say I would have been confronted her. Some I would have been snapped. I would have been blah blah blah. And she said it's times that she just look at her and she just want to, you know. times that she flat out lied to her, and she went straight to her met her, you know, um, husband to be, and she said, "What's going on with you?" She's asking her, "What's going on with you and your husband?" I'm like, what? She said, "Girl, you ain't told me nothing." And she don't understand why she keep asking her what's going on. And I'm like, well, the reason why she's asking you what's going on because he's talking to her about it and trying to get her to find out for him what's up with you. So all of a sudden, to make him feel better, and she made up this story. She said to kind of see, because first he was all about he wants back together, blah blah blah, and she said she just wanted to see how genuine he was. Come to find out, she found out that she told her best friend that she basically are seeing someone. She gave them to see if she could tell soon to be. She did.
Mm.
He started like really talking about her. She's like, "Where you getting this out?" She said, "I know because you just was at the spot." Everything that she told her friend, that's how she knows. So now she's at the point where she says she wants to confront him. So the question, RJ, to us is, should she, or should she just let it go and just divorce him and just end it? She said, "Do I have to give a reason?" The answer is no. It's crazy, but you can simply just say, even in a court of law right now, if you decide to get a divorce, some states you can just there. You don't have to prove adultery. You don't have to prove why you don't love nobody no more. It just says unretrievable, unbroken differences. That's what a lot of divorces say, or you just end the relationship. I can just simply say I don't love that person. That's why I say it's a choice, people. It's a choice what you choose to be with a person every day. I don't care how long y'all been married. If he go out that door to go to a store, say he going to the store, his ass ain't got to come back if he don't want to. In the same way with her, she says she going to get her nails done. She ain't got to come back if she don't want to. It's a choice, people. You make that damn choice if you decide to bring your ass back. Every day you wake up, you choose that person. I don't know why people don't get that, but it's so true. Just because we've been together all these years, that does not mean that you have to do anything. I still have a choice every time I stay with you. Now, I choose. A lot of people say, familiar, they unhappy, they stay together, but at the end of the day, it's still a choice. So you made a different choice. Are you wrong because you made a different choice? No, it's no such thing. It's all up to you because nobody knows what this feels like but you. So did she confront? So my question is, and I don't see what you want to say, RJ. The number one thing that I would say to her, um, let's just call her Lisa. So Lisa, I would say to you is, you said, do you have to? Do you have to give them a reason? I say you don't have to give them a reason, but it sounds like you want closure. Some people don't need it. I know I'm a big person on that. Like, done, I'm done. I've already had the last conversation that I needed. That be my closure. But if you need closure, then yes. But if you don't, which I feel everything you've been sharing with me in my DM that you do, then I mean, whether it's the husband or the best friend, but it sounds like the best friend relationship matters to you a lot. And that's what's hurting you more than a marriage. Which I could be speculating, which tells me that perhaps you've been through this before with your soon to be ex husband, the cheating. It's now who he's cheating with that's make a difference. And that's why you feel that the relationship is going to hurt you more detrimental than the divorce itself. So, what's your take on that?
She's already hurt. So that's already done. The truth of the matter is that um she's her decision is her decision. She could choose to move past it with both of them if she want to. She could choose to leave both of them. She could choose to not talk to the best friend and be with the husband. She could choose to not be with the husband and be cool with the best friend. I mean, there's so many different choices, and none is wrong. It's her life. So, like you said, she's the one that been through the journey, and as any of us, we can't make that a lot of people like, oh, that's stupid or whatever. Yeah, everything is really case by case, though. You can't really say that.
That's
But
right.
what I can say is that she should confront it for her, not for them, for her. You know what I'm saying? Because she has to get that. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's F you, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you just got it. She has to do that for her sanity, for her mental health, for her emotions, for her. Like that's her selfish moment. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like I don't think her moving and not saying nothing, that's her being selfless. That's not being selfish. So it's her still in that state beyond being hurt is being selfish because she didn't even approach it because she's more worried about their feelings
Yes.
than hers.
Yes.
That's a mother right there. And even in that hurt, even in that pain, she's still worried about their feelings. And at the end of the day, it's like forget all of that. She needs to be if she hears me or hears us and to get this message on live, she needs to be selfish and she needs to express how she feels. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's telling you what choice you should make. That's up to you. You know what I'm saying? Talk to God, talk to yourself. Don't even. It's kind of hard, even though the situations can be, because I know you definitely understand this. It's like when it comes to that, you can't. It's so hard. You can't even talk to your sibling. You can't even talk to your parent. You can't even talk to somebody who loves you so much because it's gonna be always pro you. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody. So it's like you really have yourself to talk to. Can you deal with that? Are you going to be okay? If not, what can you do to make sure that you're okay? These are the questions that she has to ask, but she has to talk to them. Not to get too far ahead, but she has to talk to them. If I give her anything, she has to confront it. She has to. She is not going anywhere. She has to confront it. You know what I'm saying? So she already made her move, which is pretty cool. If you look at the way she did it, it's kind of smooth. She kind of can give him the big F you right now and don't even have to see nobody because she already made the move. She's already gone. You know what I'm saying? But she has to confront that situation because if she doesn't, it will blow up bigger than what it needs to.
Mm. Well, I agree. I want to read something that she said so you can kind of understand what you're saying about she has to confront. She said, Kimmy, I'm not confrontational. Um, I'm more of an introvert, and this is one of the hardest things that I have to face. Um, and she said, I love my best friend a lot, and that is the part that's killing me the most is confronting her. And she looked me straight in the face and lied. I don't know what I'm gonna do after
So it's more about the best friend than the
that.
husband because the reason why the husband is not getting really confronted because it had to involve the best friend. She already confronted him by leaving. So she already let him know where she stood when she left.
That's true.
But it's really about the best friend. It's crazy because it's like she has more of a trust in all of that and the best friend that she ever had in the husband. And it could have been stuff that, like you said, maybe he did something in the past, or maybe because of trauma of how she probably viewed men. Because guys view women like that, and women view men like that. Oh, that men cheating. You already kind of got that in the back of your head. They're gonna act stupid, but she probably never had in the back of her head that it would be my friend that would take my man or do that with my man. You know what I'm saying? So, which happens a lot. You know, unfortunately that does happen a lot, but yeah, she's really like devastated by it, and that's why she has to like really talk about it. She has to confront her, and I would just say for her sanity, like at least confront the friend. If it's like the husband, I don't owe you no explanation. If that's what you own, then okay, cool. But that friend situation seemed like it devastated you. So
Yeah.
you got to confront it. And that's how you can probably even save it. I mean, as crazy as it sounds, you ain't giving yourself a choice to save it if you don't confront it, because you're not going to be okay and it's going to go crazy.
So, do you think the friendship is salvageable more than the marriage?
Um, I think they're both the same. It just depends on what she wants to put the energy towards. If it's both of them, if it's one over the other, but they both at the same level at this point, because she's devastated. But I mean, everything could be, everything could be salvageable. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's like, it's sad to say, but sometimes you got to let people know you're not the one to play with. It don't matter. Like, I mean, even as a married man, my wife had to come at me. Just even when when I was acting the fool, and I've been accused of doing that as well. I've done that. So even in those moments, it was like, hey, I love you, right? I love us, but I'm not also playing with you as well. And sometimes you need to understand that. You know what I'm saying? On both sides. Like, hey, I love us. I'm not your fool though, right? I'm not your fool. I love us, but you can't, this ain't what's gonna happen. And if that's her fear, she don't know. Like, I think she's searching for her. Like, they are scared of this day. So they're talking, trying to figure out what's what, but it's like, oh, I don't know. I mean, she's still talking to me, so I don't think it's that. You know what I'm saying? Because they know damn well, like, she couldn't have found out that because she wouldn't have talked to her. She's playing the mind game on them
Right.
for that, but she needs to just let it be known, like, hey, I know, like, I know, no, and it's because of you, I know, because it ain't because of my husband, it's because of you. I went through your stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, first of all, when she going through your stuff and doing something, or let's say if she had to pick up her phone, which women are notorious for their phones going dead. They with the girlfriend. Oh, let me text my husband. My phone is dead. You feel me? They notorious for that. Let me text my husband. So you already got a text thread going. She gonna look like, what y'all got to talk about that I don't know? You said what?
It was a lot of static for a minute.
Okay. But yeah, it was like, what y'all got to say. So raise the red flag. So she gonna keep digging in that, keep seeing what's up. And it's like she found that she needs to address that situation because it's like it's a setup for a snap. You know what I'm saying, Kimmy?
Definitely gonna snap. That's what
She gonna snap like uncontrolled and lose it. You know what I'm saying? Because you trying to pin all of that in. You trying to do that versus just going ahead and just saying, "Hey, I know." Even in that conversation, when you break the ice of "I know," she's going to snap because she's been holding it in. It ain't gonna go as smooth, and don't let her lie. Don't let her response be, because a lot of people, when they scared or in that situation, they're gonna lie because they're defensive and they scared. It's like, dang, the cat is out the bag. I'm trying to see if I can lie and see if I can maybe shake it or maybe I can play something off. So she gonna do that, and that's gonna do nothing but piss her off more. Because now you lying to me. I thought at least I figured you wouldn't tell me this, but I figured if I came to you with it, that you would own it. And she ain't.
Absolutely.
She ain't gonna own it, because if she owned it, she would have told you before you found out.
Yep.
Or she wouldn't even did it.
So, with that said, we're gonna hear what Mr. Sip got to say. Hold on.
Oh. If you talking, we can't hear anything.
What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? We got Mr. Sip himself is right here. So Sip, we want you to go ahead. We're talking about right now about a story. RJ was right in the middle of giving his situation on it. But before we do that, we got to get you accountable. You got to name three things starting from October the 1st to December 31st that you want to be held accountable for. So I'm just gonna go ahead and break it down real quick what mine is so you can have an idea. Then RJ gonna say his. But mine is I want to learn to dance kazama so I can compete in the competition of next year. I want to work out 3 to 4 times a week. I don't want to be on a strict anything, but just making sure that's happening with the dancing. I got to do that anyway. I got two projects that I want to actually see come to fruition full blown by December 31st. So those are my three. And then RJ, what's your three?
My three, I want to play the guitar every day for the 90 days. I want to work out every day for the 90 days. And I also want to release a single or some kind of project before the 90 days is done. That's my three.
Can you hear that? Can- Okay, so he said that he want to play the guitar, he want to work out every day, and then what's the last one?
Release a project.
And he want to release a single. We're gonna call it a single by December 31st. So that's RJ. So what's yours, Sim?
Well, mine is going to be drop 15 pounds. I'm going to do that by no bread, no sugars, no higher intake of water. Working out about 5 days a week already. So that's going to go. Going hard with that. So that's what I'm on.
So that's only one sip. You need two more.
Oh, just drop. Okay, two more. Well, I have learned how to play a couple of games. So my card game is going to be up. So poker game is on point now. So I'm going to straight my poker game up. And I can have 6 books read or 6 books read.
Oh,
By then,
6 books read?
Yeah, 6 books read. I'm already done, almost done with 3.
No, that's not fair. See, okay, so October the 1st, you got to start all over, and it got to be 6 books, okay?
Oh, you gotta make it. You gotta make it different, don't you, Kimmy?
Absolutely, I wouldn't be me. You know this.
Oh my God.
We definitely got to have 6 books, and I'm sorry, we're gonna have to put you on record because there's a prize involved, and we want to make sure that we can be able to hold you accountable. So those 6 books, we're gonna need them names by tomorrow, bro. Okay? Because October 1st is Saturday, right? And we're telling everybody, and you is no different than RJ, the Sip and Spill Show. We holding all three of us accountable, and we want to make sure. Okay, this is definitely being on our recording, so y'all can hear him sip agree that you got to give us the 6 books that you're talking about and the 15 pounds. Yep, I'm gonna be able to see RJ and I'll be able to see how he looking before and after. Because see, RJ and I are gonna be walking, running, doing some stuff that they're gonna be able to actually see us in the motion. So we got to do the same thing for you. We're gonna make that all happen. But we need the 6 books, bro. Okay, we're gonna need the 6 names. You ain't getting no pass on that. Matter of fact, we can make it harder for you and name 6 books that we want you to read.
We ain't on that. I just want to say hello to everybody. Mitchell and Mitchell Sipping Spill here. RJ, Kimmy, Kim, love you guys so much. Want to reach out and say what's up to y'all on the show. Make sure y'all is doing all good, doing the things y'all know y'all need to do. Keep it cracking, keep it going, do it the way y'all do it. You feel me? What I say? I'll holler back at y'all people. Listen, just want to tell y'all that I love you guys. Sip and Spill people. Listen, send me emails. All types of stuff. Reach out, guys. Yeah, take care of that. RJ, take care of that. Follow him. Listen to his music. Support him. Support Kimmy Kim. You guys, I love you guys. I will be checking in with you guys later. Enjoy y'all show, and I'll talk to y'all soon.
Okay, he think he finna get off the phone, y'all, but it don't work like that. So we need you to give your feedback. Oh, you gotta go. Okay, that means he gotta go. Okay, then. We love you.
All right.
Okay, bye bye. So with that said, I was saying, when I was listening to what you were saying, I kind of feel like that you're right about. I agree about that. She kind of need to confront the friend. I feel like she valued the friendship more.
Yes. Clearly. Clearly.
I really do. I think that it's not, and some people say, "Wow, she really valued the friendship more than she values the." the relationship.
Yeah, because she could have been like, it sounds like that girl like a sister to her. You feel
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, man, when you grew up with somebody, man, and y'all been through some of everything, and she been friends with her boyfriends, and you know what I'm saying? She could have had countless of times and she could have did the same thing to her. So I mean, I have long friendships. I have friendships with people that I consider like brothers. So I understand that kind of feeling or whatever. She clearly in this story, she valued the friendship more than she valued the marriage, whether it's because of something the husband did or something that was happening, regardless with him, or her own kind of mental thing coming into how she think about guys anyway. She could have always thought like, "Well, a dude always gonna do his thing." Sometimes women kind of expect that to happen, and it's like I rather be surprised that you're good, but I'm gonna always have my guard up and be watching and waiting and looking to see if you want some BS or not. So,
yeah.
but
I mean, okay. So I feel like sometimes certain things happen to us. I gotta take this off because my ear hurting. I'm sorry. Hear me better, right? Y'all can still hear me.
yes.
I make sure. But I wanna say this. Sometimes Kimmy Kim go where I know, like as I talk about what I know and what I heard. And because this came to me, it just when I tell you, I feel like I don't know what you all have experienced in your life, but I'm quite sure everybody have had a like look at God moment. And this is how I feel about that. And that is RJ. So basically, um, I'm getting personal because sometimes I feel like things happen to you that it's not about you. It's about someone else. And I can sit here now and say this story because it has happened to me. I've been through the pain and I know exactly what she feels like because I was there. Um, I went through a situation where um, adultery happened in my marriage, and the person that it happened with was very close to my entire family. Like I grew up with her as my big sister, and it came out later that she said that I had a blessed life. She wanted. I didn't know that growing up. I mean, I was so trusting of her in every aspect of my life. I never looked at her sideways in any kind of way. But and not throwing anybody under the bus. My forgiveness comes from um, that I needed to move on for me. But I would say for me, it hurt. It's like it's hurting her. We call her Lisa, the woman and the man. But it hurts so bad. It hits different. Like you know what it's like when we talk about guys and they make us feel certain things, and then you get to say, yeah, just like if it was your guy. So it kind of hit different. I felt like at that moment he could have been with anyone, but why he was with her. Like, and some people say, it don't matter. Like it's still what it is. But yes, it did. It was hard. You know what I'm saying? Like because that's a family. It was like that, right? So I was trying to figure out how in the hell I'm gonna get through that because uh, there was children involved, and it was just like I couldn't be around them because it was their mom and they was my family members. It was just terrible. But um, I want to share that going through that, my number one thing was first I had to get me together. So my number one advice is that I'm going to say to you is that you definitely need to talk to your therapist and don't be holding back conversation. You do. If you writing me and you asking my opinion, Kimmy Kim gonna give it to you. And just as RJ just told you, it sounds to us as if the problem or that what you value the most is your friendship with your best friend. And as RJ says, that is salvageable if that's what you want. Me and him don't know if we do. Now, in my case, it wasn't. I was done. I didn't want neither connection anymore at that moment. So one became that I needed one more than the other. And with that said, without throwing anybody in the bus on my head, I'm not trying to do that. But I need to speak from a place that I know and not something that I heard. Because I feel like this is real for you. I feel like you took the time to even write me these damn 8 paragraphs. And I want to tell y'all know I don't like paragraphs. If you text me a paragraph, you need to call me. Some people call it old school. You got to talk to me. I'm a pick up the phone type person. Okay. But with that said, I get it. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. You decided to write this to me because you was up feeling some sort of kind of way. And trust and believe your girl been there too. Can't sleep, all that. It's just bothering. I get it. So with that said, I'm just gonna say you definitely need to get some help and talk to somebody. You got to get you together. Um, she referenced RJ. That is one of another show that Sip and did. The reason why she decided to go like kind of under the radar and don't say that. Because I made a statement in one of our shows. I said that everything doesn't need to be confronted and everything doesn't need to be reacted to at the moment. Allow that. And you can have a thought to come in your mind. Don't let it stay there. It's going to be there. Let it serve its purpose, but then let it pass. And that's the reason why she's been waiting to react. But
Okay.
it's time now. It really is. It's time. Because in order for you to grow and get to where you're trying to grow through, you got to get rid of old ways. I say that's what growth means to. Get rid of old ways. And you can't stay where you are because you're not going to grow from it. You're not going to grow from that. It's going to harm you more than where you're at. And it doesn't matter if you love her more, you love him less, he cheated on you before, or it doesn't matter. But right now, you're you have two people in your life. That is the five people that I just read, and I'll say it again today as we're talking about gaslighting and value. The five people that will ruin your life. You got a user in your life, and you got a blamer in your life, and you got an abuser. You do.
Mhm.
I said three. So the abuser, you got the user, and then you got the blamer. Those are the three. So let me break it down for y'all. The abuser is the person that abuse your forgiveness, they abuse your trust, and they abuse your loyalty. Now, I'm gonna say this factual because I truly believe this is to be the case, just the way you operate. This ain't the first time your husband cheated. That's why you're okay. We get to a place of complacency. A lot of women don't like to face that, but you act different when you have experienced something before. You do. That's why I can sit here and talk to you now about what I experienced because it's no longer happening to me. It happened. So we talk different when we experience it the first time because it really only affects you the first time. The other one is the blamer. They always try to make you feel guilty and they never take responsibility. Okay. They use it. They only love you just as much as they can use you. All three of them is what you're experiencing with your best friend and your soon to be husband.
Mm.
So with that said, I mean, you probably put and wrote down for your divorces, irretrievable differences, broken differences or whatever. But at the same time, what about her? Is that broken to where you can't forgive her? I mean, you don't trust her. I don't know about you, RJ, but for me it'd be hard for me to trust her. Ever.
Yeah.
Because you because it's not so much as what has happened, it's like not so much as who you did it to either, but it's the fact that you did it knowingly and still looking. That's a problem. So with that stated, you need to confront her and him for you. You need to get it off. You really do. You need to get it off you. And it's not doing nothing but killing you anyway.
Yeah.
It really isn't. It's literally eating you alive. And why should you let somebody else's shit be on your toilet and you didn't shit in it? I'm just saying. So go ahead and make it your business to sit him and her down, whether together or apart, but get it off. And just simply listen. I would say it just like this. You know what? I already know, and I'm just making this name up, but I already know, Chelsea, that you've been sleeping with. I know you, you know what I'm saying? Soon as she get realized, and whatever you do, don't even think about trying to lie because I already know. And then when they do that gaslighting, projecting, like, well, how you know I'm blah, 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 I ain't got to say anything. Sometimes I feel like we give up our source too fast and it don't work, but you don't owe her or him how you found out. The fact is, I know and I know your ass. This is, and the whole expression on her face is going to reveal itself. Okay. But I'm not asking you to come to, I'm not talking to you so you can admit it or deny it. I'm talking to you to let you know that I know it and that whatever you choose to do with the relationship. Because one thing I would say, if it matters and means something to you, I would say, what's gonna come out of my mouth is gonna determine what our friendship. If I matter to you in anything ever in how many years y'all been friends, what's gonna come out of my mouth, the way you what I say and how you respond to it is gonna project what our future gonna look like as our friends.
Yeah.
If I matter to you at all, you're gonna be nothing but 100% transparent and honest. Don't even try to fix your mouth to lie. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If she do, that ain't a real friend anymore. Because sometimes we just gotta eat shit. I mean, I'm just saying sometimes you just gotta own it. So if she be like, you know what, Lisa, I'm sorry, right, blah, 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 then you might have more of a chance of salvage things. Because when you quick to own it, you quick to heal.
Yeah.
You keep on lying and denying about it, then you want to, you know, keep on being in denial and stuff about it. Then you're not ready to face shit, and you're still in the same place. You're just gonna be stuck. But let them be stuck all by themselves. So with that said, on the Sip and Spill show, RJ and I, we're telling you that confront them, go ahead and talk to them, and get you some help and get through that. But sis, I want to say this to you, and that is, this too shall pass. And it only hurts once. It hurts when you find out. It hurts when you know for sure, and then that's it. The only way that pain is going to keep on revisiting you and keep on hurting you is if you allow it to. So give yourself that moment, have that, and get it off of you, and then start going to build and bond with you again. Because divorce isn't easy, and then losing a friendship isn't easy. But it can be salvageable, up to you. But you both got to be willing to get back in the ring. And it's going to be hard to trust her or trust him. We're never going to tell you to leave either relationship. I don't know what that man could mean to you or her. So that's you're not going to get that. Not from Kimmy, Kim, or RJ. We're not going to tell you that on Sip Spill Show. We're going to tell you 100, though. You do need to face it. That's my take. So face it and listen. Write me back. Let me know what you're doing. If it's anything else you want us to do, but yep, I am the pull up time. I'm the pull up. Just sit there, right, RJ? We'll be like, look, it ain't gonna be nothing going down, but we want y'all to have that conversation. Sometimes people do that, and we okay. But you know what I'm saying? I want to say I appreciate you for entrusting the Sip and Spill show to even give you that. You know what I mean? You don't know us from Jack, but apparently you rock with us. So that we humbly say thank you.
Thank you.
At the same time, we want you to be okay. you know, that's the best way we can say that, right, RJ?
Yes, yes.
I,
You're
I,
absolutely right.
I want to put out to people about the 5 people that will ruin your life because we talked about this yesterday.
Okay.
Like it should be revisited because I've been asked about that too again. And the number one, I numbered them because I just put in order for me. When I wrote this is what I come up. This is again, this is Kimmy Kim experience. That is the user. They only love you just as much as they do you. Number two, the complainer. They will steal your peace by complaining about the same things that they ain't willing to change themselves. Number three, the blamer. They always try to make you feel guilty and they never take responsibility for nothing. The number four, the competitor. They might want to see you do well, but that's because they don't want to see you do better. And number five, the abuser. They abuse your forgiveness, they abuse your trust, and they abuse your loyalty. So those 5 people is who you want to keep out your life when you recognize that, because some of us already has.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and revisit those relationships. That's why your girls say you need to have inventory checks, people. You need to inventory check all relationships. Hell, I inventory check with my children. You understand? I check in. I want to see where they at. I mean, and sometimes you got to be ready for it because you'll be a little bit surprised. Okay. So I want to give you a funny story. I was at my son's game yesterday, and I wasn't feeling the coach, and your girl is, I'm all about rallying the car. I had people jumping. They was like, "Who is that woman?" Because I'm having people doing the wave and everything. I'm like that when it comes to I am a true introvert. believe it or not, but I'm an extrovert when I have to be. And my son, he needs to feel that love because mommy was there. You know what I mean? He need to
Right.
feel that I'm supporting him and I showed up. You know what I'm saying? So what I did, and I'm like, okay, I don't understand the coach. Like, I'm like, what's up with I need to be okay. So I was like, what? Why you keep putting the main guy on the sideline, right? So 3 seconds left, 5 seconds left on the game, and he kept, putting, my son and the other boys on, two black boys on the team. So he kept putting him, like, he put him to the side, whatever. So I said, look, listen, you messing up. I'm gonna lose the game. I said, it ain't because I'm the mommy of that child, or the mom. You know what I'm saying? It's just I watch NFL. I love football, guys. Okay, so I do. I am. That's me. I'm a boy mom, so I watch sports. I'm sorry, I didn't get the other stuff. So I know the plays. I'm telling my little stuff, and then his dad telling the spiel, and we like, okay, let's do this. When I tell you my son scored and they won the game, only because I'm all up in the coach ear, like, man, like what? And it was so funny because the parents go come to me after in front of the coach and gonna say, see, we need to vote her to be the coach. And I'm like, no, I'm not coach. You know what I'm saying? And my tolerance level for children. Y'all will see a show where Sip I had the grandchildren and my son, believe me, and it was challenging. I was taking shots because of anxiety. Okay. So, but at the same time, but I am rooting for you. So whatever you're going through in your life, I am here to root for you. The Sip and Spill Show, we want to see you win. That's why we're telling you about the 90-day challenge. We're encouraging you to, and we're bringing out things about gaslighting and valuing yourself and appreciate yourself. And I want to go ahead and plug that October the 5th, which is next Wednesday.
Yep.
RJ and I are going to be going live together. You will finally see the way Kimmy, Kim, aka Spill, and RJ get down. I'm not going to say what I like to call him, but he's going to allow me to call him that day and the rest of the month. But we want to talk about us on our show, Sip and Spill. And of course, y'all heard Sip going to be chiming in when he can. And we're going to be talking about love the whole month of October because, guys, it's Sweetest Day, October the 15th. Yep, that's a Saturday. And RJ has named that ladies no draws day.
No draws day. All draws are off at midnight of that day. When midnight strike, no draws allowed that day.
Wow. So all I can say for the ladies that don't wear no draws anyway, you already good. But I'm just saying he put a time stamp on it. Midnight.
Draws.
Don't
Midnight.
let you do what you let him have his way. So I am gonna be dropping. I've been told to drop some pointers from the guys. The men fans on the show said they would love to have me drop some different things they want the ladies to know, as well as RJ gonna be putting in is different things that just helping your ladies out. Great experience for your men and for those that are in situationships or whatever you got, so titles out there. But for the ones that out there, I really want to hone in and that it's his day, ladies. It's not your day.
Thank you.
They only get one. So with that said, we want them to have a great day. I don't know, RJ, I don't even know who in the hell came up with Sweetest Day. I mean,
No, we deserve it.
come from. I'm gonna find out, so I like to give a fact to it, but while celebrating it, especially in the United States, we want the women to
So,
get.
so Kimmy, repeat that day because women act like they don't know when sweet is. Could you repeat that again? October when?
October the 15th, Saturday.
15th. It's a Saturday. Don't act like y'all don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
No draws. None. All draws are off that day.
Okay,
Matter of fact, I'm gonna see and see if I can go to Congress and have them pass a law about no draws on that day. It gotta be 18 and up though. 18 and up, no draws day.
But we are officially gonna keep that going. I told Sim he was laughing so hard it's ridiculous. That is the Sip and Spill official no draws day. Okay. So RJ has put his stamp on that. It's a Mitchell stamp. It's done. And if you got draws on, you being disrespectful.
You're being disrespectful. None.
And we don't want that.
We're gonna. I'm gonna make a sign. It's gonna be some draws, and it's gonna have the circle with the X on it. None. None.
Dang. So we pick a red side with a mark on it. I don't know. So that show, just before that show comes, because RJ and I are live every Wednesday. So just before that Saturday, I hope y'all ready because I feel like RJ gonna really be, on that day. But leading all the way up to that, I figure RJ and L will be talking about just getting you ready because a woman needs the marination of the love of a man. And I feel like you're a powerful man when you can marinate your woman out of the draws. I'm just gonna keep it 100. And even if it's not so, I say this with the respect of being a seasoned woman and being completely authentic, and that is, I feel like you should be able to make love to a woman's mind before you even physically touch her body. And I just want to drop some gems for that. And I want to give the claps to the men that actually know how to do that, especially to the
Bars.
I'm just saying, we want to make sure y'all know how to do it. And the girl is a little seasoned, so I'm gonna give all my little gems out and help y'all get to that point. And then for my brothers, I want to go ahead and give out a few guys that definitely told me some things that they want. They are 100% in support of you, RJ. Okay, they
Okay.
love the no draws, and they want to be able to express some things that. So I told them get it in writing, and then I'll definitely put it out here. So we just want to encourage the love, sip and spill. What I tell y'all, what we say all the time, we all about the love, the laughter, and the comedy, and keeping it 100 all
Yeah.
the time. So that's what we want to do for y'all. I mean, I feel like it's gonna help everybody. Now, my single lady, that is, probably right now looking for, to be cuffed because it's cuffing season. Did you know that too?
It is. They should have a starting five. Listen, ladies, if you're single, you dig, and if you're playing the game right, you should have your starting five already through the summer. Now, the one that's your point guard. Okay, if you got your point guard, then he deserved the no draws. Okay, you gotta break it down to your point guard. This is cuffing season, so you should be round and around base already. You should be figuring out who's the one. You know what I'm saying? But make sure, all right, don't be bringing nobody home that don't got a home. Try to, because it's getting cold outside. Won't be all right. It's real outside. So if it's getting cold, don't be bringing nobody home that
Right.
don't have a home. Okay. All right. All right. So
What about if they living in the basement with their mom?
that's cool. It depends. I'm gonna say this. It depends. It's a lot of variables to that. Of course, because everybody that's living it with their mom or doing that ain't a bum. Of course. And now if they got a job, where they work at, and they show you they work, it could just be at home because a lot of women do that too. It's funny because a lot of women talk about guys living with their mama, but women are notorious for living with their mama. Only time women don't live with their mama if they got a bunch of kids or something, and then the mama's like, you got to go or something like that. But women to live with their parents if they could. I mean, it doesn't mean everybody for different reasons. So if you know somebody, like you say, he's staying in the basement, but he has a good job, okay, cool. But you got to know he got a good job. He can't just tell you he worked for CTA and you ain't seen an outfit or ID or nothing. Okay, verify these jobs, ladies. Please verify your jobs.
I mean, I think that's true, but I think a lot of women. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there because y'all women, y'all know this to be true. A lot of y'all are with men that don't have a job. You play video games and he feeds you the D and bubble gum, but you love it. And
People get paid to play video games.
get
So
dealt
just so y'all know.
sweetest thing.
You said what?
They gonna get dealt with on sweetest thing.
you,
And like you said, it's tough.
you can't deal with no man without no job. Now he got a lot of energy, ladies. So
No, I mean, I'm just
he's been at home all day, so he could do that. He could do the baby boy to you now. So be hopping around the house with you. He ain't did nothing all day. That's why he could do that.
I mean, you're absolutely correct. But your girl ain't gonna judge. I'm not. Listen, you're working for you, and for the women that's, what I'm saying, you're using your little, your little toy situation, go ahead and get you a fabulous one. Work it out. I'm just saying, whatever you do, we empower you. But in a relationship, you're gonna need to come with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta put that out there because I got some guys calling me saying some complaints and some things they want our girls do, and we got some good guys and some good women out there, and we got some great men out there that truly deserve the no draws day,
Yeah,
and
for
that's
real.
what they ask for, and they don't ask for much. And some women like to do certain things on special occasions. We gonna need y'all to pull out those occasions.
Yeah, do what you got to do. Go and get that wax. Do all that. Bring the oil out. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you feel. You know what I'm saying? If you got to get that, if you got to get that Victoria, don't tell nobody. Go ahead and get that. Pull that on out.
He tried to drop the. Okay, see, I don't know what to say about that. He said I can't call him romance, but I don't know what to say because he's giving y'all the romance tips.
I'm just saying, pour all that. I'm just speaking on. I'm not an expert, but I know how it feels to wake up on Sweetest Day and then they hit you with the it's Sweetest Day.
Did you get me something?
You didn't get me nothing. No, don't get me wrong. I do want the no draws, but give me something else, okay? Because I do want the no draws, but give me a card, make me some breakfast, do something like that. Treat me good, because it's coming right back around. It's coming right back around. We want to. The secret is, ladies, we want to celebrate. We want to do Super Bowl and all of that, okay? It's going to be around that. So we going to treat y'all good because we don't want no problems. We want to enjoy the Super Bowl. We want to do all that. But we know Valentine's Day is right around the time all the time.
Well,
and if y'all take care of us on Sweetest Day, we going to remember that. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta say that Sweetest Day to Valentine's Day is a 90-day window, right? So it's like in 90 days, come right back around.
Look at that. Look at that. It's something about them 90 days. We about to talk about that.
I always had 90-day goals. That was my life.
I like that.
Forever. And every time I try to meet every goal. So with that said, I would say, yeah, I think RJ's right. It's gonna come back around and it will benefit you. But everybody is give and take in the relationship. So if you with a woman that is more of on the receiving end and you are giving, then sis, this the way you need to show out. Because this is what I need you to answer, RJ. A lot of women say he always say he don't really want nothing. All he be talking about, he just wants sex, and we do that already. So that's all they really plan on doing. But you're saying that you want more than that.
Yeah, I want more than that. It's just, don't get me wrong. I do want the sex, but it's like this. If I can't jump out butt naked with a bow on for your birthday and say surprise, and you're gonna be like, okay, that's great. I like that because I'm with you. But you ain't got no card or nothing. That's what women would say. That's what women would say. I promise you. They'd be like, okay, I like that. I'm gonna get that. I was expecting that or whatever, but they want something else. And all I'm saying is a lot of guys, we're not used to, I make my own money. So I'm used to kind of spoiling myself or doing stuff for my woman. And that's it. But it's like, man, it's just a thought. You ain't gotta go out and spend something, but do something to make him feel special. Like just for him, even if it's something at the crib. Cook his favorite meal with no draws on. My God.
I mean, so ladies, I'm letting my boy just give it to y'all. I hope y'all pick it.
I'm telling you. I'm trying to pick it up because it's hot. Get some gloves with it.
Hot, and that's what I'm saying. So we just giving y'all just a true insight. Don't give them too much, RJ, because
you know what? You're right. They gotta hit us up. We need to engage with them a little bit more before we give them some more of them Kimmi gems and Eddie edibles and all of that.
I'm letting my boy give y'all all the romance tips on what you need to do to make your man happy on No Draws Day.
I'm trying to tell it.
We
gonna rename it. I'm gonna sign a petition. We gonna all the fellas. It's No Draws Day. We don't need no sweetie. We don't need no sweetie. That sweetie ain't for me. If it's for us, guys, don't want no sweetest. Sweetest for y'all. No draws. We ain't asked for that. Some woman must name the holiday because guy ain't want to name Sweetest Day. Not for me. No Draws Day. No draws? Man, you watch how every guy look like it's Christmas. They're gonna be happy that Saturday. People gonna be like, man, 24 hours.
You do want your man to be happy. You do want him to have that smile on his face. So with that said, we want to make sure, I'm gonna drop all our handles. We want to make absolutely sure that you all know that October the 5th is our first live, which is next Wednesday.
Whoop,
So
whoop.
if you are watching this. This is a pre-recorded show. You will be next time you'll be seeing RJ and I will be live, and we will be coming to y'all with all the romance tips. And we are celebrating Sweetest Day starting October 1st, along with our 90-day challenge. So I hope y'all get a chance to write in. So I'm gonna tell you where you can send those. Or Mitchell and Mitchell YouTube. I've seen some people have sent that. They are in for the 90-day challenge, but you have to put what your three things are. And if you are not a friend of ours on our Sip and Spill group, go ahead and join the group and list your three things. I'm going to be putting that out there today as well, saying the 90-day challenge begins Saturday, October the 1st, and we want you to list your three things in order to be able to receive the prize. And of course, you can hit us up on the Mitchell and Mitchell business page. You can see that on Facebook and Sip and Spill 2022 on Instagram. You'll be able to see us there as well and drop your three things. Wherever it is, just make sure you're accountable for it. Take a picture, let us know that it was done, and we're going to hold you accountable for it. Now, come October 5th, we on a live show and somebody start talking to us on a live and say, but this is what I want to do. Because I'm a BP person, and I know that some people's going to do that, we're going to go ahead and say, okay. But we want y'all to get involved. The sooner you are, the more accountable we can hold you because it's not going past December 30th.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's not. But we do want y'all to participate, and it's going to be a life changing experience. And why not go out 22 with a bang? You know what I mean? Why not put 22 behind you? Because you can't move forward if you always look behind. You know what I'm saying? You really cannot move forward in your life if you're always trying to see what's behind you. So with that said, the Sip and Spill show, we are ready for it. Y'all get ready for this fall and winter of seeing the Sip and Spill, Kimmy Kim, aka Spill, as well as RJ, contributing to the Power 104.9. Y'all can hear us on Saturdays from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and then you'll be able to hear coming up one of the projects that I'm talking about, which I will be naming on October the 5th. Also, you'll be able to listen into that. But just to let you know, if you want to listen to our radio show, you can just ask Alexa or Google to play WSTV 104.9 at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. If you're in Chicago, it's 7 p.m. on Saturdays. And they'll play it for you in the car or wherever you at. So I know some people got Alexa on their phone, so you can play it, listen to us. But we want y'all to follow us, like and subscribe on our YouTube. Let us know you're there and show us the love, and we'll give it right back to you. And on that note, we will see y'all. Okay. And our live next, coming up with all the craziness and the love and laughter we love to give y'all. And again, thank you for the love and the support that you're giving Sip and Spill on a daily. We appreciate you.